I've been saying for a long time one of the greatest things about Melbourne is the Melbourne Cricket Ground. And I don't mean the architecture of this building over my shoulder. What I mean is the socio-economic statement that it makes about this great city. Let me ask you this question. In how many cities in the world is there a stadium that can hold more than 100,000 people, which is cheap enough that a family can go and is not separated or doesn't have supporters separated by the team they barrack for because hoodlums are going to start riots? Of course, you can't cram everyone together and mix them up in Europe because the European soccer supporters will fight and riot. The United States, a family can't go because it's too damned expensive, and that leaves basically Australia, and that means this stadium here, the only one in Australia that can hold 100,000 people, is genuinely and truly unique. The only place in the world a 14-year-old girl can turn up to mum and dad and say, "Hi mum, hi dad, I'm going to a mass public event with 100,000 people and no adult supervision," and mum says, "See you when you get home, dear."
I got my scarf, got my old coat, I got a 40 game to go to. 40's on, 40's here again, back to greet me like an old friend. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about, yeah, that's the thing about football. I'll meet a friend outside the ground, we'll argue over who's gonna win. He'll go for his team, I for mine, we'll watch him slug it out right to the end. And show me the crowd and I'll take my place. I'm hungry for the taste of it. And well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about, yeah, that's the thing about football. That's what football means.
You know how in Europe they've got to have the police out to keep supporters separated from each other at the end of a game. And that's when all the violence is. This is what an Australian crowd leaving the Melbourne Cricket Ground looks like after the game.
That's what I like about, yeah, that's the thing about football.
No violence, no aggression, no punching, and almost no police. You people in Europe, you wouldn't understand that. It's called compassion, humanity. It's called culture. It's called community.
Make some noise, support the boys, and that's what football means to me.
So for all you Europeans who say we Australians have no culture, you go to your soccer games, you go to your sports games, and they beat people up. And think to yourself, you'd never dream of taking a child to a soccer game, would you? Well, look what our culture does in Australia. Children on the shoulders of parents everywhere, because in our sports games it's still safe to bring your children to.